Oh, hello there, my beautiful and amazing troglodytes. It's me, Big Don Tom, your favorite Elden Ring YouTuber? Definitely. Anyway, we're continuing the Legendary Weapon series, but this time, we're doing the Golden Order GreatSword. Woo! And make sure to stick around to the end so you can criticize me even better. Okay, because you can't get this sword like immediately, I'm going to be doing like a build beforehand, like how you would get to that point of the game. Like a holy sword build that's like still on theme and almost the same. And after all of them awkward line deliveries, how about we get into the meat and bones of this challenge? This is what my character ended up looking like. I think I really encapsulated someone who could follow the Golden Order to the T. Let's speedrun this bullshit, because I've done this intro too many times. Boom, bingo, boom, my flasks. Hey look, Limgrave, church. Ooh, church, love church. Hey look, it's the woman. I got the horse. Let's fucking go. I got the map and wet blade, and then I went to Fortnite. Fortnite. Stolen joke, where I proceed to pick up the medallion. And then you'll never guess where I went next. I went and got the axe talisman like I do every fucking playthrough, because this is just a loop. I'm just playing the same game over and over again. Anyway, I continued down until I got my wondrous physic. And the tier America that's there. Now the sacred tier, whatever you want to call it, they don't mind. And then I saw a bug, and I fucking hate insects, so I got my sword out and I started stabbing the shit out of that bitch, so I could get the Sacred Blade Ash of War. The Sacred Blade is really as advertised. It's a Sacred Blade, it just shoots out a projectile and your sword glows yellow. And because I'm a whiny little bitch, I decided to go all the way to Weeping, because I thought I might actually fit in there. First thing I did while I was in Weeping was go straight to this castle, because I wanted to play more, because quite frankly, I'm a bit of a basic bitch, and I like what I like, and I know what I like. I went back to the Third Church of America because I wanted to go through this mystical magical portal so I could go say hi to my friend Garang. If you're a real troglodyte, you will now comment hi Garang, because we love Garang on this channel. Anyway, this random woman just came up to me and started chatting to me, and then she kidnapped me and took me to this round table place where I immediately left. I then returned to Garang's gaff so I could go to like the side of his house and do all his hardcore parkour until I got to the bottom, where I got the Dragon Crest Shield Talisman, and then immediately killed myself. Thumbs up. And yes, troglodytes, I did finally get the name of the talisman right. And then I ran through Caelid until I got to the ball grinding spot. For more information, Google man grinds his balls hard. I only ball grinded until I could actually use my sword. And then hey look, we're back in Limgrave, where I proceeded to run all the way through until I ran into this woman. Rodrica? I don't know. I don't care. Anywho, I carried on going forward until I got to the secret path behind Stormveil to the Liurnia of the Lakes, where I proceeded to grab this tier. I proceeded to also run through Liurnia, jump through this portal, and then after, jumping through the portal, I did this awesome shortcut, which you should totally pay lots of attention to right now because it's really useful and awesome. I then ran until I got to the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel, where, I ran through, nothing really happened. I did die and push a button very dramatically with my dead body, and I did get to the boss. Yippee, boss time I died. They killed me, I lost, I died. But I did come back and kill him and, win in the end, and I got the bell bearing for the first, set of smithing stones. I then grinded my ball a little more, so I could actually afford to buy the upgrade stones and upgrade my sword, which I did. Hey look, I'm outside of Margit's arena. You know what that means? It's time for me to go die to him. Yep, I died to Margit. I'm a failure. I should quit. I should never play Elden Ring again. After my tremendous loss, I decided I'm going to fight him again, and well, just watch what happened. Now that's more like it. Margit should just immediately perish. Hey look, it's Stormveil time. I tell the guy to open the gates because there's no way my bitch ass is running all the way around. Then obviously he opens the gates because he's a good boy and he does as he's told. So I murder him in cold blood because I ain't into that type of shit. And to nobody's shock, Stormveil is really fucking boring. I just run through, nothing happens. Literally nothing. And I murdered this guy, which is, pretty cool. He's pretty strong. But then I get the Site of Grace, and then yippee yippee. You can just use this lift. You don't have to go all the way around. Anyway, you've watched this far into the video, and as you can see from my very, very low subscriber count, I'm not a big channel, so please like, subscribe, and comment, so more people can watch me, so I can quit my day job, and society get me freed from my burden. Anyway, after taking that awesome shortcut, I ended up outside Godric's arena, and you already know what that means. You already know it's time for me to go murder Godric. Whoa! What a pushover. Can't believe he's already dead. That fight was super easy, as always. Fucking, he's a fraud. He lost to Liurnia, but he did, I think, get stepped on by Liurnia, so I'm no jealous. Anywho, back to progressing the game. I immediately went back to Caelid so I could go to Fodfroth. I don't fucking know how it's pronounced still. I don't think I ever will, because I am too lazy to actually figure it out. I literally just get a medallion from here, and nothing happens. I don't even fucking get poisoned on the ladder. Push over, got my medallion, carried on with my life, as you should. I returned to the lakes of Liurnia, hoping I wouldn't run into, any beautiful women. And then, oh look, it's Raya, fucking Raya, yippee. We love Raya on this channel, if you don't remember from the 800 other times I've mentioned it. Tells me go talk to this prawn guy, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I love prawns. It's like, I want you to kill him. I'm like, oh. So I go to the prawn guy, I have a chat with him, and I get her necklace back, and he seems alright, so I let him live. I even buy some prawns off of him, because prawns are yummy. And while I'm in the area, I go grab the map. I then go back to Raya, give her the necklace, lie to her face saying I killed the man, and then she gives me a Volcano Manor invite. Woohoo! Anyway, back on track, lads. Come on, come on. Game mind in the game. I'll run all the way through Liurnia until I get to the key, where I immediately then go to the gate, because I've already got sight grace there. Right into the gate, where I'm finally gonna... Wait, why am I turning right? Oh shit, I guess I'm going to the Bellum Highway, so I carry on running down the Bellum Highway until I get to the tier, so I can go take the lift at the end, so I can go to the Altus Plateau. The reason I've gone to Altus Plateau so early is because the armor set I want is dropped by the soldiers here, and the knights. So I know we'll go grind for the armor I want, obviously, that's why we're here. I got the surcoat I wanted basically immediately, so I had to go now grind this knight guy, because I wanted his arms and legs. This one took a lot longer. I did get one piece of armor pretty quickly, and I got this pretty lucky drop, but sadly it wasn't what I wanted. I died a couple times, because skill issue, and I ran this pretty interesting bug where he just didn't fight back for a bit, we became friends. And after a little over an hour of grinding, I finally got my legs. This random tarnished eater lady invaded my world, so obviously I murdered her so I could get the Sacred Scorpion charm, which is a pretty good talisman saying I'm doing mainly holy damage. Who would have guessed I'd find myself back in Caelid again? Anyway, I just ran through until I got to this merchant fella so I could buy the Great Helm off of him, because it's what I needed just to complete the fit, and the drip is hard. I don't even have to rub this outfit in your face. The outfit is fire, the drip is hard. And because apparently I'm just doing an Elden Ring world tour, I ended up back in Altus, where I immediately grabbed the map, beeline for the big door, where I proceeded to grab a bunch of seeds in the other map, and then I grabbed the other seeds that are also there. Long-time troglodytes know what comes next. We're going to a cave, but not just any cave, the seal tunnel that is in Altus, because that is where you get the next bell bearing for smithing stones. It's literally just in a chest in the middle of this cave, really easy to get. And using the remembrance we got from Godric, I managed to buy all the stones and also just upgrade my weapon. I returned to Liurnia so I could finally go get my formal education. Oh, that's what I should be saying. I didn't immediately get sidetracked and went and fought this tree, but I did get my 2 favorite tiers from this, so all is good. And while I was in Weeping, I did go get the 2 sacred tiers that are here. It was finally time for me to actually go back and get my education. Woohoo, I ran through, nothing happened. I'm tempted sometimes just to cut straight to the boss. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here's the boss, enjoy. And by boss, I mean the Red Wolf of Radahn. Does this guy even count as a boss at this point? I swear, like, if I die to him, it's a me problem, not because he's hard. I then carried on running through the Academy of Raya Lucaria until I stumbled across this Moongrum fella, where I decided I was gonna murder him in cold blood, but I didn't. He murdered me in cold blood. In my notes, drew a broken heart and a wiltering rose. Anyway, after that though, I do manage to defeat him. You know, if you play Elden Ring before, the next step is we're gonna go kill Renella, and I have a taste for blood, so I'm gonna go murder her now. It feels amazing to be able to spam attack the spammy bitch. Anyway, she's dead now. I still hate her, and she deserves to have died. Fuck Renella, fuck her children, fuck her family. Except Rani, you can get off with a warning because you blew, and that's funny. I then immediately went back to the round table hold so I could go speak to this random old woman so she can give me this talisman pouch. Thank you, old woman. I will remember you. Anywho, I then went all the way to Redmane Castle because I wanted to go fight Radahn. So I entered this magical portal, but not the video game portal. Anyway, look, it's the Radahn Festival. Ooh, Radahn Festival. Woohoo, there's a woman. Woohoo, woman. Hey, Blide, we love Blide. We love Blide. Woohoo. Alexander Warrior Jaw. Woohoo, we love Alexander Warrior Jaw. Woohoo, yippee. Sold this witch hunter guy out already, so he was like, yeah, you can go use this lift now. I was like, yeah, lad. Where I then proceeded to get absolutely shit on by Radahn. But then, this happened. Wait, what? Where did the boss fight go? I ran out of storage space and lost the end of the Radahn fight. So like and subscribe so I have more than a terabyte hard drive that was made 12 years ago. I did win, it wasn't very hard, but sadly you'll never be able to see it because it doesn't exist anymore. Hey look, it's the cutscene that plays after you fucking win. Here's me experiencing despair if you want to see that, you sick twisted fuck. Anyway, I then fought baby Margit, where I lost, I died. Just to rub salt in my wound. I then fought baby Margit again, where I actually did win this time, and I got this talisman that buffs the amount of stamina I have. I then carried on through Altus until I ran into the tree sentinel, where I proceeded to, well, you'll have to watch to find that one out. Obviously I win, that's how the fucking video works. Ignoring how, close the end was, that was an extremely easy fight yet again. Fuck the Tree Sentinel, fuck all of his, alternate versions. This finally allowed me to enter Leyndell, where this random woman was very happy with my work. I kind of forgot about her, saying the only time she's been even marginally important was when she kidnapped me early in the video. I then completely got sidetracked, went back to Altus Plateau, and went through this magical portal. At the other end of this portal, there was an absolutely beautiful man who very much piqued my interest. I then went back to the round table hold where Brother Corin, at least that's what I think he's called, told me that he was leaving. And while I was out in Altus, definitely not doing anything illegal, I ran into my brother again. He was like, hey, there's this golden mask fella who's about apparently. I was like, for real? I know where he is, you want to see him? And he was like, yeah lad, where is he? And I told him where he was. And then I went to where he was, and oh look, there's my brother, he's with Mr. Golden Mask. Oh yeah, this game has a story and I'm meant to be progressing it. Anyway, so I go back to Leyndell, kill this tree because I don't like him, personal reasons, don't want to get into it. So after killing him, I then proceed to carry on running through. In my notes, all I wrote was I got humbled. On the second try, I actually made it past him, so yippers. I then carried on running through until I completely got sidetracked again. I mean, what the fuck do you expect? You're watching Big Don Tom. I killed these duelists, which I thought were pretty cool. And I got this pretty cool talisman, which, buffs my, defense on full health. I met with my brother again, and he was talking about how the Golden Mask was perplexed by a question. The question of who is Radahn. And quite frankly, I didn't know. So I went and killed this ghost fella, so he watched me go kill fucking Godfrey, Ghostfrey, whatever you want to call him. He really doesn't mind. And just like that, I made that ghost into a dead ghost, which I don't know how that works, don't ask me. Anyway, after defeating the boss, I went around and then up to the top of the arena so I could go grab this book, which will be a surprise tool that will help us later. Anyway, I gave my brother the book that I just found because I like him and we're chill like that. I then bought this spell because I thought it looked cool and definitely because I have no ulterior motives for it. I then went to this super secret hole just really quickly so I could get the 2-finger talisman, so I could, get plus faith. I then went back to Leyndell, where I proceeded to, go through until I entered a woman's bedroom, which is a first for me. And then, feet. Oh yeah, shit, Margit, I meant to be playing him. I died multiple times to Margit, because I quite frankly just got distracted by his feet. Then after numerous attempts, this happened. Margot, more like Mar got him, because he's now dead, because I got him. I killed him. Murdered. Full blood. He's dead. Anyway, the tree said no. And then the woman who previously has kidnapped me and thanked me gave me a random shiny coin and told me to go to the mountaintops of the giants. If that isn't some weird honey trap kidnappy bullshit, I don't know what this woman's on. Then obviously, because I wouldn't listen to this woman anyway, because she's a weird kidnapper, I go all the way back to Limgrave where I go kill this bird so I can get a lava tier. So I can go to this Ranella woman and she was like, yes lad, I'll revive you lad. And I was like, yes lass, revive me. Not revive me, rebirth me. And then went back to Leyndell where I went to the statue where I did my little funny new spell on it, which revealed that Radahn and America are the same person. What the French fries? Then obviously the first thing I did was go get another lava tier so I could just completely reset my stats and get back to where I want to be. And then hey look, it's my brother, so I tell him the news. Well, I don't tell him directly, I tell Golden Mask, he's in the room, he can fucking hear it. And I also get the T-pose emote. And at this point, my controller decided to start throwing an absolute hissy fit. The trigger was sticking and the B button was also sticking. Don't know what I did to it, promise it wasn't anything suspicious. So I took my controller apart, and a cable inside, a very important cable, decided it didn't want to live anymore, and snapped. So I'm now playing on a Nintendo fucking Switch controller. So if you wonder why the buttons are all like weird or like messed up, it's because of that. Back to actually playing Elden Ring. So I open a door, fucking I know, shocking, and I take a lift. Whoa. And then, hey look, the flame talisman, how useful. Hey look, another lift. Hey look, I'm in the Forbidden Lands. Ooh. Hey, another lift. Don't mind if I do. Hey look, we managed the mountaintops of the giants. And then because I have murderous tendencies, I went all the way back to the Albinary village so I could go stab this random old man. I went back to the mountaintops of the giants, you know, the place I should be, so I could get the next bell bearing so I could further upgrade my sword. But when I went back to the round table hold, there was my previous build attacked me. My best video, may I add. If you haven't watched it yet, watch the bone video. Anyway, after shamelessly plugging it yet again, I proceeded to go buy some upgrade stones because I needed them. Because, obviously, the fuck do you mean? Why do I need to? Because that, you know why I need them. I then used the upgrade stones to upgrade my weapons, obviously. So I actually went to the mountaintops of the giants for real this time. But instead of actually progressing the story, I went straight for Castle Sol, because I have a score to settle. And by a score to settle, I mean I have to kill this man. I have to. So I go to Castle Sol, obviously, and I run through, and literally nothing happens. I do find a legendary weapon, though. Not the one that I need for this challenge, so, you know. Hey look, we're at the boss. I die. I die again. I die 10 whole times. But then, this happens. Yes, I made Commander Nile into Commander Neil. Wait, that's another boss. Never mind, that joke doesn't work. I then went to the top of the castle where I got the medallion half, the entire reason I went on this journey. I hoisted my medallion, you know, my secret medallion, and got on the road to the Haligtree, which I spelled wrong in my notes, I put a D instead of a G. Hey look, fog, fucking great. I died, but yeah, there's me dying, that's, you should probably want to see that, you sick twisted fucks. Hey look, we're at the fog. Honestly, the entire reason I'm here is because I need to go get my legendary weapon. So I would go all the way fucking down this like river bullshit so I can open this door. But I go into this cave, yippee, I died. I decided it was a bit too dark, so I went and bought a lantern, and then I came back. So immediately I found the boss after getting back to the cave, and I proceed to die a bunch of times. I think it's 5. It says 5. One of them's gone missing. I can't find the footage. Never mind, it says 4. I can't read. Anyway, here's me beating the boss because he's important. So I killed the angry ginger man, so I could get his sword, the Golden Order GreatSword, which is the weapon that this entire run's fucking based around, so yippers. I immediately went and grabbed a Larval tier, because I wanted to respec so I could actually use my brand spanking new sword, so I killed this, like, grafted Titan, whatever the fuck. And went to, you know, Renala, and she was like, yeah, lad, you're back, lad. And I was like, yeah, last, rebirth me again, last. And she was like, yeah, lad. And then, you know, obviously, look how fucking swaggerlicious I am. Look how much grip I have. Yes, the fit is fire. I can now finally experience joy again, for it's finally time for us to go see EG. Woohoo! I love EG. I love EG. Woohoo! Anyway, I bought some stones off of EG and upgraded my weapon. Yippers. This random snake lady decided that she was going to escort me to where she lived, and, you know, I don't turn down a place where I can live, you know, without paying rent. So I hold her hand, as you do with a woman you've barely met. Her family's a cult, so I pretend to join so I can exploit them out of all their goods as the Golden Order intended. Yet again, I run through Volcano Manor, absolutely fucking nothing happens, so these are all the clips you're seeing. Grow up. That's so mean, I'm so sorry. But anyway, to get you in high spirits, watch this really important bridge. And while we're watching this really important bridge together, let me remind you, if you've made it this far into the video, like and subscribe, please. I'm literally on my knees begging. And also, because you've watched this far, if you comment your favorite vegetable, but do it in a weird way, like get really into how much you like love carrots or something, I will pin your comment. Yep, this is taking too long. Skip. Now, you have some like Godskin fat boy I'm meant to be fighting right now, but I really just hate the Godskin Duo, so he's just dead. Here's him dying. Here's it again, because I hate this man with a passion. So I carry on running through. Apparently I die at some point. I don't fucking know. And hey, look, it's the Somber Stone 6. I quickly nipped back to the round table hold so I could go get me some stone keys, because I need them. I then obviously used the keys to open the fog gate, where I proceeded to die twice apparently, and I put bullshit in my nose, but looking at it back now, it's a skill issue. I eventually do get the stone though, so all is well. It was the Somber Stone 7, by the way. I went back to Caelid, where I just murdered this bug and it dropped the Somber Stone 8. I'm not complaining. And then literally below it on a chair is the Somber Stone 9. Awesome sauce. And then use all the resources that I just gathered to, you know, upgrade my weapon, obviously. Anyway, I pull up at this lovely little quaint village, you know, I was like, oh yeah, I'll go into this magical portal thingy on the ground because I'm an idiot. By an idiot, I mean I'm the best Elden Ring player to ever exist because I lit all the fires for a single hiccup. By breaking all the seals in that little town, I opened this magical portal so I could get teleported to the base of the Haligtree. I'm not really going to show you much of me running through the Haligtree, because on challenges like this, all I literally do is run through, I don't do anything. I do kill this ugly fuck, but, you know, you've just seen it. That's where the most interesting thing that happens. Hey look, a lift. Yippers. Time to go fight Loretta, where I did end up dying twice, which is a bit more than I usually would, but AO, watch it. You know how these videos work at this point, you boss fight, woo, boss fight, woo. There we go, that's more like it. I then got to do my favourite activity of riding a lift down until I got to the base of the Haligtree. Well, yet again I ran through, nothing really interesting happened. I did get the Somber Stone 10, yippers. Then I died, and then I made it all the way through and died again immediately, but I did get the Sire of Grace, so all is well in the world. I then had to run through a poison swamp as Miyazaki intended. And just to save you the fucking time of watching me run through all this bullshit, I ran through and I got the Dragon Great Shield Crest Talisman. I've said it wrong, fuck! Hey look, I'm back in the mountaintops of the giants. You know what I do here? I run through and do absolutely fucking nothing, as always. I quickly grabbed the Sacred Tear, immediately traveled back to the round table hold so I can max out my weapon, because I forgot to do that, and then carried on running through until I got to this blood fella, where I killed him, purely so I could go behind him and get this, like, Sacred Tear bullshit. And hey look, it's Fire Giant time, woohoo, finally, progress. According to my notes, that fight took fucking almost 20 minutes. Am I doing something wrong? Is this boss just fucking so long? That seems like shit game design. No offense, Miyazaki. If it was an unboring boss fight, yeah, make it 20 minutes, but goddamn, it's just run. Fucking 0 out of 10, and do not like Fire Giant. That boss fight had me upset and down in my feels, so I had to go stare at a very, very attractive man. So I found Gold Mask again and just had a nice stare at him. Also spoke to me brother about something, whatever he wanted to, I fucking forgot. But yeah, we love Gold Mask. I was still a little annoyed at the Fire Giant, for taking so fucking long, so I thought, maybe I should get in his shoes, maybe I should burn someone to death. So I set this random woman on fire, and I get him. Killing people via fire is pretty fun. And for some reason, burning a woman alive to me to Farmer Azula. I mean, I ain't one to complain, but I know what boss is next, so I am gonna complain. Fuck the Godskin Duo. Farmer Azula. Miyazaki's attempt to make my own personal hell, because I fucking hate this place, quite frankly. I think this game would be better if Farmer Azula didn't exist. Anywho, design-wise, it's awesome, but fuck the Godskin Duo, and in this run specifically, fuck Maliketh. That's foreshadowing, you're gonna have to wait around to see what that means. On the topic of the Godskin Duo, I died a good 12 times to them fuckwits. Until I had my sweet, sweet revenge. Here, have a watch of me absolutely demolishing these two fucks. Quite frankly, troglodytes, nothing puts a smile quite on my face like killing the Godskin Duo. The hatred I have for them has gone over just like, normal levels. It's personal. It's somewhere in my heart there is a bit dedicated to just hating the Godskin Duo. Anyway, I ran through Farmer Azula until I got to this fucking tree sentinel fellow where he killed me actually. But then I killed him and I'm not editing his boss fight because I will not until he gets respect put on his name and they give him a boss bar. Oh Lord, Maliketh. Maliketh. He whooped my ass. I got whooped so hard I even went and bought some crabs, and then I kept fighting him but my ass got whooped even more. It was quite frankly painful. I have an entire hour of recording here which is just me dying to Maliketh over and over and over again. Quite frankly, the amount of times I died to this boss is ridiculous and definitely is a skill issue. I'm so shit at this game. Anywho, and if having a boss fight that hard wasn't, already a kick in the balls, all the footage you're seeing here, I almost lost. It took me an entire day to recover this 3 hours of footage. Mind-boggling, quite frankly. But at the very least, I did actually come back with a plan on how to get that little edge over Mr. Maliketh. First things first, I went back to Kayla so I could go get the Flame Grant Me Strength incantation. I also wanted one more buffing incantation, so I went all the way back to like Volcano Manor's area so I could kill this Tarnished Eater lady. So I could run into this little shack that's beside her so I could get the Golden Vow incantation. Because buffs are buffs, and the more I have right now, the happier I'd be. I also did all of Base's storyline, but you're not seeing any of it because I need to keep the pace of this video up because get it long. Look at any of my other videos if you want to see what happens. Yeah, anywho. He gives me this magical teleport, so now I can teleport to Mugwin's Dynasty. Woo, or Mugwin's Palace. I don't fucking remember what it's called. And obviously I go to the bird spot so I can grind a little bit, you know, stabbing these Albinaurics with my big sword. Then I decided it was finally time for me to go challenge Maliketh again. And challenge Maliketh I did. I chipped away at that boss, fighting him over and over again. Not giving up, not faltering. My resolve was firm. I carried on. I came back again and again and again. And I tried to fight him until eventually, well, just watch my beloved Trogs. Honestly, I'm still sat here in disbelief that I hit was to second half. I might be goated at Elden Ring. Maybe I am the #1 Elden Ring player ever. The Ashen Capital. It's like an oasis in a desert, which is ironic saying it's full of dust. It means that I have actually beat Maliketh, and I'm not hallucinating. Anyway, here's a little bit of subtle foreshadowing for what my next run is going to be. And hey, my brother's here. He's a little disappointed in Mr. Golden Mask, so disappointed that he turns into a pile of items. Fuck yeah, I get to my favorite activity, riding a lift, woo! Sir Gideon Opnia. More like Sir Gideon Deadnia, because he's dead. And we've gone to the point in the video where we're so far in, I don't think many people are even watching our curve for this boss fight. So I'm just going to cut to him dead. Look, he's dead, woo, we killed him, woo! I don't know if this is a skip or not, but I could be unironically making the best speedrun skip ever, so I'm going to leave it in. Anyway, went down to Mr. Golden Mask. Ooh. And he gave me the Mending Rune of Perfect Order, which I wanted, because I want to get that ending, obviously. That's why I've been doing his entire questline. I also got his armor set, but I discovered his mask isn't here. It's some other bullshit place. I don't care enough to go get it. So anyway, hey look, we're in the bedroom. We're in the bed chamber of Queen Merica. Woo! Boss time, Godfrey time, woo! Hey, would you look at that? It's the point in the video where I glaze Godfrey / Horror Loot again. He's a perfect balance of difficulty, fairness, and style. I love this guy. 10 out of 10. Miyazaki, all the bullshit you put me through, completely forgiven. I am in love with you now. Radahn and the Elden Beast were also a pretty tough one. I died a lot of times. 10 times at first, and then I went and grabbed a talisman. The talisman you're seeing now, I can't remember what it's called. Makes it so I get hurt less by holy bullshit. And then I died a bunch more times. But after all that bullshit, I came by with a plan to go grab a bunch of tears, because I can't be the only one crying from this defeat, so I went and got all of America's sacred tears. And then I challenged the boss again, where I proceeded to die a good, couple more times, making the overall total now 20 deaths. Woohoo. But then, my beautiful beloved Trogs, this happened. Thanks, sweet baby Jesus. I don't think I could have even given that boss fight another attempt. Anywho, this weapon isn't the best. Everything in this game has a holy immunity, but it does look pretty cool. So I'll wait for my full thoughts on the tier list video, maybe possibly someday. Anywho, this is for the nerds among us, the true troglodytes, the true nerdy troglodytes. Here's my equipment by the end of the game. Here's what my status ended up looking like, and here's how long it took to beat it. A little longer than usual, but ayo. Hey, it's the outro of the video. It's the part where I say my personal thoughts on whatever the fuck I actually want to, because I control how this video works. I'm surprised I even got this one out on time, quite frankly. I bet I had to crunch the editing because a bunch of shit just happened in my life. Everything's alright, don't worry about me, don't worry about the family. But yeah, interesting video, I guess. Please, if you've watched this far, comment Big Don Tom, more like a big hunk Tom, and I'll pin your comment. Love you all, hope you all have an amazing evening. Watch the roads, don't eat too much, unless you want to, because you do work hard, you should treat yourself. Love you all, goodbye.